I had read about this estate sale 3 days before the event, and I was so excited to get up early on Friday morning and go see the famous Markle-Pittock house that I had just learned about. To my surprise, the line was very, very long. So my friend Sarah and I, who had gone to this estate sale with me, decided to just go ahead and walk around the property and see what we could see. The Markle-Pittock house is an 1888 Queen Anne-style mansion where 2 generations of the Pittock family lived from about 1917 to 1970 after the original homeowner, financier, and developer George B. Markle skipped town to avoid mounting debt during the Panic of 1893. The bank that repossessed Markle's house later sold the property, which had been vacant for more than a decade, to Henry Pittock's son-in-law and business partner. Pittock is very well known in the Portland area for being the publisher of the Oregonian, Oregon's oldest and continuously published newspaper, and the owner of what is now known as the Pittock Mansion, a French Renaissance-style chateau in the West Hills of Portland, Oregon, which is now open for touring. In the window, you can see the Super Dress, which was Andy Warhol inspired, and this was one of the more interesting things for sale here. It sold for $3,995. Sarah and I decided to go tour the Pittock Mansion after seeing the outside of this house and being disappointed by the wait time. I have a video of our visit to the Pittock Mansion coming out soon. My husband and I decided to give it another try on Sunday, which was the day when everything under $50 was half price, and we were lucky because the line was a lot shorter and moved a lot faster. For the purpose of making this video, I went online to the Peerless Estate Sale website and was able to get pictures and prices of many items that were for sale, many of which had already sold by the time I went through this house. It was fun editing this video. It was like a scavenger hunt matching the object photos on the website with the items in my film. This is such a beautiful fireplace and mantel with all the built-ins. This is a kitchen alley. I cannot believe how much space this kitchen has in it. More than most restaurants I've ever worked at in their kitchens. All the bright light, so gorgeous. Even chandeliers, amazing. Here are some of the items that were for sale here. Not all that exciting, to be honest with you. I actually just went really to see the house. Make note of sink number 1. And this amazing stove, just gorgeous. I don't know why that basket is spinning, but there's a gorgeous faucet that comes down for your pasta above the stove, and then they have 2 ovens and many burners. There's sink number 2. This is a sunroom type area on the side of the house. When you turn back to the kitchen, this is the view from the sunroom, back in the sunroom, which is, I assume, where you might have your kitchen table. They had a lot of beautiful wicker for sale. I should mention that a lot of the prices were for bidding. So they started out there, I assume, and then you would make a higher bid, and then that's what it would go for. So I wasn't sure which items were up for auction and which items were just for sale, especially since by the time I had shown up, the bidding was already over. It was supposed to end at 1, and we didn't show up until after 1. It doesn't really matter though, because I didn't go with the intention to buy unless I saw something I couldn't live without. This was an interesting little nook. I believe it's a coat closet, but you could see into it. It's a very interesting floor plan this house has. Almost every room I saw had the most amazing stained glass. And these doll houses were so intricate. They each were sold by the time I got there for $2,495 each. Amazing. This was such a magnificent piece of stained glass, and it was restored with Tiffany glass. And these two panels were for sale for $1,995 for the pair. This was the second story of the home. There was a basement, first floor, second story. Then there was a third floor that we didn't get to see, which I heard had a ballroom in it, and I do believe the home has an attic as well. So really and truly, that would be 5 stories. At the time this home was built, it was touted as the largest house in Portland, and I can see why. I could probably still fill a house this big. No, just kidding. I probably would have spent, well, I know I definitely would have spent more time going through all the stuff and sorting to find something to buy, but my husband was with me, and I promised him I just wanted to go in for a quick filming and look at the house. All of the bedroom sets were just amazing. This little built-in is adorable as well. This was a sunroom off of that bedroom. There's the beautiful antique wicker peacock chair that I very much coveted. I love this little stained glass with the moon too. Came down a different stairwell than I came up. In fact, I got a little lost, to be honest with you, and disoriented. There were so many people in there and so many rooms that led to other rooms. This is the way down to the basement, which for a basement, it was very, very well lit and nice and warm. Here's the laundry area. They had their own home gym with all the equipment for sale. I do not have room for any equipment in my house, therefore I did not consider purchasing it. Big surprise. They had a lot of beautiful artwork for sale here as well. At the end of this video, I will put pictures up that show what stuff I didn't get to see, what it sold for, if it had a price. My husband was absolutely drooling over this beautiful pool table, which was for sale for $4,995, but actually had a big slash mark through it, and it was half price at this moment. These paintings would be fun in a party room, just like this room is, obviously. Here are some pictures of this milliner's shop display, what it looked like before we got there, and here's what it looked like after we got there. I'm hoping that they just had taken the first two pieces out and not the bottom part yet. I'm assuming that's what happened. Looks like they had some good times in this part of the house, down here with their jukebox, their pool table, and their pinball machine. We headed out to the 3-car garage, in which there was an apartment up above that it looks like the homeowner used as a home office. They had a lot of good deals out here. We're on our way up to the upstairs apartment above the garage right now that they used as an office. Even for a little apartment above the garage, they have a wonderfully spacious kitchen and a great view as well. Here is a historical picture of the Markle-Pittock house on top of that hill that I gleaned from the National Park Service website. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope you liked it. And if you did, perhaps you can give it a thumbs up. And if you like this material, then perhaps you can subscribe to my channel. And if you do subscribe to my channel, then please stay tuned for my upcoming video of the Pittock Mansion. Thanks again for watching.